Hello everybody, this is gonna be quite different video than the norm. There might be some similarities, but today I'm gonna be here to talk. I might put some random gameplay of random whatever game mode in the background. I don't know, I'll see how it goes. But I feel like today I just want to express my thoughts and opinions of the Fortnite Reload and maybe the game as a whole, maybe certain other things. I don't know. Kind of depends. Might extend the talk to something else of elsewhere. But I'm mainly going to see and try to focus Reload, and I do have some negative opinions about it. I might express the positive, but I really want to focus on the negative in all honesty. Um, but yeah, just keep in mind, I'm not trying to bash this game. I played the game since chapter 1, and season 4 was my first season. So I do somewhat have obviously a heart to this game, right? I just want it to be improved, and there's some little tweaks here and there I feel like Epic should generally think of, or test, or do, or both, whatever seems fit. But yeah, reload. Okay, first thing I'll just want to point out: why is there no map rotation? I know there's an upcoming update which might fix that, but I feel like we should have that immediately, type of thing. Luckily they are actually sorting it quite quick, but I'm just saying that should be not even. Making it stick to that one new map is not really clever, I gotta say. I prefer the fact we have map rotation, but they're sorting that out about that, so at least that's out of the way. But the chapter 2 map itself, I find it meh. It's not bad. I do think it's the worst map though. Some people might prefer it. If you do, then that's great. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. I'm not gonna have tinted glasses and be like, oh yeah, keep nodding and keep liking stuff, whatever comes in my mouth, right? Keep taking it in, or never have a slight nag about it. But honestly, one is the terrain. The terrain is really bad. I do think the terrain is really bad. There's so many occasions, mainly in zero build I'm on about here, because everywhere, like, there's occasional times where I know you might notice of some of the videos I took on this map, right? When I'm playing with my friend Kane, right? There's these hills which, depending on your situation, you either shockwave and then you got paused and stopped by a hill, or trees. There's so many trees that will stop you from, shockwaving, or you in a fight lower someone or knock someone, or you're in storm, well, not in storm, but outside the zone, and you're trying to navigate around the mountain. Or my friend's fighting there, and I got some reason launch off from the other side of the mountain, and I'm trying to get around to catch up and help out. And unfortunately, these hills just get in the way to even help at all, and that is the problem I see a lot in this map. Right, the first map I don't see any problems with when it comes to situations like that. The desert, not at all. All of a sudden in this new map, I have been come across in situations where I'm trying to navigate, but I can't navigate. Oh, shockwave, but I hit a tree, I hit a hill, and I'm like, damn. Why is there problems with why is there a problem of me getting stopped by a tree? This should be like the jungle biome type of problem. But no, it's honestly stopping that. And some reason, and I don't know, this is just me, there's a lot of jump fatigue in this map. You might notice in the past videos of showing this new map's gameplay, right, there's so much jump fatigue, which slightly hinders the build fighting aspect sometimes. Sometimes I have to play the momentum of it all very differently, or even slowly at times. I do not know. It just feels a bit off-putting. Hopefully they fix that. Or yeah, I do not know if it's if I'm the only one having problems with that or notice such thing. But yeah, I do think that needs to be sorted. Now, next, I want to discuss, right? And this is gonna lead in skill based. You already know my thoughts with AI. Maybe not much in skill based, which I'm gonna touch on that. But in skill based, right? I've been playing the game since Chapter 1, Season 4, right? I have 3 accounts. You know, I have a Switch account, that was my first account. My second account was PS4. Now I play on PC. Got my PC at the time I'm recording this, about 2 or 3-ish years ago, and all of that. I'm truly, truly grateful with everything. But, skill based, okay. I want to point out the obvious. In skill based, and I'm going to mention a little bit of AI as well. When new players or bad players come onto the game, right? I'm glad they're having fun, but the fact, like, they win their AI lobby, or they're playing other bad players, and then it's like, oh, I got a win. That's cool and all. You got a win, and I'm glad you're having fun. But AI's is not really great. Because every time I kill AI, it doesn't feel like anything, and if you win, but most of your kills is AI, the wins do not feel satisfying. Let's be real, right? And I think I stated before, wins are a bit more satisfying for the fact now I'm recording certain gameplays and all of that. But I also mentioned this game is really tough to make content on, especially someone who's just started. Because don't forget, this is not 2018, 2019, 2020, whatever, right? So it's really tough, and I think I mentioned this in my Fortnite OG solo thing. If you guys saw that. And I stated it was so difficult to find like what's actually alright to play, which game mode to play, right? Because OG has its own problems. Play reload, but I gotta consistently keep on doing reload, or maybe try the actual chapter itself and see what's what. Zero builds. You got to think it all. But I just think when it comes to just like skill based in AI, right? Because I'm a good player. I'm a really good player. If you some reason think I'm not, then okay, that's your thoughts and opinions, and it's not really about me, type of thing. I'm just here to give my thoughts and my opinions, But I'm in high skill lobbies, right? And pubs are like literally basically competitive, right? Or some reason ranked is less competitive than pubs, which doesn't make a lot of sense. People in pubs, right, do not care about wins, they care about kills. So every scenario, even grabbing a random terrible one gun, right, they would rush you. And every kill feels like, I don't know, I feel like I should have my own mini win in that sense. Or I should earn some earnings or type of stuff like that. It gets ridiculous. And don't forget, there's no siphon. And I do think reload definitely needs siphon. And but yeah, people just do not care about zones. Literally, everyone's kill each other like for each other's throats. They're at each other's throats, and it just makes it so unplayable to hop on casually, man. It really is. It's so difficult to hop on casually and just want to play. I either have to get a friend to make it a little bit enjoyable, or I gotta get a friend with thank you. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I either gotta get a friend, which gives me like easier lobbies, and it's not always perfect, you know. There's times, I will admit, I get frustrated, and you guys don't always see my games, my matches, amount of frustration, because I don't want you guys to hear me blabber on and all of that. Except for this video, which is like one of those exceptions. Um, but yeah, and my friend is not good at building. Right, we played like duos builds because I'm a build player, and it's tough. Me constantly with a skill base have to fight tons of people who are either similar to my skill, right? And I basically have to 1v2 situations. This is no like shade or disrespect to my friend. No, he does not do builds, and some of my friends do not hop on the game constantly. I don't hop on the game constantly, but I'm capable to defend 1v2s, maybe even 1v squads, depending on my circumstance of the context of the match, of the situation. But yeah, it gets tougher and tough, and I just feel like we should have Siphon. Like, they need to test out Siphon or give us Siphon for, especially, mainly to high skill lobbies, because it sucks like a bad player or player who's new, right, can enjoy the game because they got terrible lobbies, right? And I do feel like some of them are kind of spoiled because they can't be asked to improve, while people back in chapter 1 will enjoy the game no matter what, and literally practice and get better over time because they earn that skill to be that good at the game. But new players, which Epic caters towards, right? Give them AI lobbies, give them free wins. They can't. I agree with certain creators who point this out, where people feel like they have to win to enjoy the game. So they just complain, and then there you go. They just get their terrible lobbies or AIs, and that's what happened in Fortnite OG Season 1, where the first day was, I think, no skill base, but definitely no AIs, but they complain in one day, one bloody day, just immediately bring the AI back, bring the skill base back, and then and it's sad too, because certain people, even though they said they're difficult and they're not good at the game, they appreciate the win more because it actually feels like for old times. It actually is satisfying, right? And it makes the wins worthwhile. They make it worth it. It's like a big pat in the back, really satisfying, very earning. And I just feel like it feels punishing. As a good player, it feels very punishing. And it's not really that great to feel like that. Like what? The guy you play for a long time. Granted, there's times I take a break. There's times I quit the game. You know. But if I'm hopping on, still matching up with high skill players because I'm still capable to even going toe to toe to the people who play every day. Why? I could go, and I'm also a casual who actually does really well in ranked. I'm not a competitive player, but sometimes I play ranked. I played arena back in the day, and I went toe to toe to even people with higher skill in those competitive game modes. And I'm a casual. I see myself as a casual. People could say differently, which is totally fine. I take it as a compliment, really. But yeah, I just feel like in Reload, and hell, maybe in BR as well, similar problems. I just feel like we need Siphon, and in Reload, if you're in high skill, I feel like one, can we get overshield? Like, you know when we die and we're gliding right down again, right? In Reload. Once you get rebooted. Can we please, could we have something like overshield? right? Because if you're in good lobbies, you're gonna get beamed out of the sky, right? Which makes these reboots and in solos the 2 reboot lives thing very redundant and very pointless. We need something to somewhat, because depending on your lobbies, I notice in bad players or new people, I notice they don't have a lot of people who can shoot out of the sky. But in my lobbies, right, everyone can do that. And everyone who sees someone gliding will go after that shit. Right? They basically sniff you out like a hound dog, man. They tag you once, they're gonna be high aggressive, and think about it. I will kill those people, right? I will fight third party after third party. But I will get nothing for it. There's no siphon. And they don't test out Siphon. I mentioned I'll be happy with 25 health per kill, right? Because at least if I'm in blue health, I will pop a mini. Like at least 1 mini to get my 50 health immediately. Or the regular 50 Siphon. No. Or maybe the shield only Siphon. They just don't test stuff like that. Which would be great. I do love the loot pool. Thunder Shotgun is one of my favorite shotguns in the game. Mammoth Pistol is broken, but sometimes fun. But that's another topic. Fun if you have it, not when someone else has it, because it's highly strong. And also, it's just like every time in solos, right? If I get killed once, it's tough for me to get a certain gun. Like it really is. Because I'm either going to get a terrible loot and then I'm immediately going to get disadvantaged by someone who's highly aggressive, right? Or I can't get a loadout at all. Because guess what? Everyone's going to go after each other and kill each other type of thing. In one of my videos, I record a video in Reload. I was playing with my friend, by the way. My friend only plays Saturdays and Sundays with a friend. And that's the only time I play a lot, right? But, of course, my game stats are acknowledge of what type of player I am. They acknowledge my aggressive play style. And in that Reload match, what was it? It was like 8 people, and the reboots are not even off. And it's like one of the last 3 or 4 zones. It was crazy. I never had a Reload match like that. But it's getting to a point where that in solos is the norm. And that is worrying. I did make a video of worrying about the state of the game because it feels so terrible just going to high skill games or fighting people who basically are like you. It's mirrors. You're literally fighting against yourselves. It doesn't make any sense in Battle Royale. It's PvP. This game got advertised like that in 2017 for peep's sake. But it's nothing like that. And in Reload, if I'm struggling to get a loadout, could Epic just give people, because in these high skills, they need to consider people at least with high skills, right? If they don't want to get rid of skill base and they don't want to, get rid of AIs, right? I will literally just deal with it and all of that. But at least consider people with high skill hopping on and actually giving them what they need in their skill. You catered toward new and bad players, right, with AIs and giving them constant wins because they're not fighting such and such. But could we please, at least when it comes to Reload, right? I'm not too sure about BR. You gotta figure out yourself. It's similar problems, but also different problems of how people are with each other in solos, which makes the game really dead, and that's just a BR problem right there. But in Reload, could you just give me a loadout? Give me a guaranteed AR, shotgun, 2 minis, when I spawn down. Give me overshield when I'm gliding, right? Just so I can take a hit more from people who's really good at shooting people out of the sky. Because it makes these, like, reboots, lives, really, really redundant. And siphon per kill would be great. Seriously. And also, I just feel like we just need those things in higher skill base. It's just like I played 2 matches today, right? I played 2 matches today, and we got a 14. I got a 14 kill. My friend got 2 kill, dub, right, in builds, and then we played 0 build to take a break from builds because it just got that hectic when it comes to skill gap and skill base. Like it gets insane. We can't hop on. Like I swear this game is not casual anymore, and in building it definitely isn't. And with skill base in pubs, it's hitting more nail to the head type of thing, right? Uh, and we played a 0 build match. I have 16 limbs and my friend has 6, right? And can I just point off, right? I'm a guy who wins and who's good at the game. And I don't care about wins. I just want to play and enjoy the game, right? No matter what its condition. It can be the shittiest game on planet Earth, right? And I'll still play it, or I stop playing it. Either way, I'm giving it a go no matter its circumstances. But when it comes to something like this, they need to rethink, they need to redo, they need to try something. They definitely need to cater towards people who's dealing with constant skill-based lobbies. I know it's different with each region, right? Because of the population, which region has it tougher or not, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Epic shot themselves at the foot because they made so many of these game modes without maybe sorting the slight obvious things to, keep into account when it comes to, well, keeping skill based and AI because they want that to be the case, but they're never going to make something like AI optional, even though that would be great, AI being an optional thing, right? Or, you know, all of the other things I said before, like Siphon and so on and so forth. Do apologize if this is negative. I just feel like this needs to be out there because right now, 0 build is the only thing I'm gonna probably. I'll probably play a little bit of builds. I don't know. I'll see. I'm not too sure. But at the current moment of how I'm feeling of expressing this, because I feel like I gotta mention something, right? Because I feel like no one's not going out of their way to suggest it. They might mention it, right? But I swear, they're just not gonna say anything about it. I hope it's understandable. I hope it's justifiable, and I hope it's not too negative for people to be like, "Oh, your opinion suck dick" or whatever. Which, if that's how you feel, I'm sorry. You can unsubscribe or, blah blah blah. You can be expressive. I'll take that as a major support anyway. But yeah, that's what I gotta say. I just feel like they need to have those changes. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. If you enjoy this content and my other stuff, and yeah, just like and subscribe and have a good day. Bye.